Main event mama's bringing the heat. Talking life, love.
Welcome. Hi, I'm Kiara.
And hi, I'm Tanesha.
Like, y'all should be sick of us
Oh,
this week.
oh, wait, and you know what? I forgot to say, you're now into the sister chat. Welcome to Main Event Mamas. My brain went doo, 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 doo. Boom.
Yeah, that's what happens
Sorry.
when it's been one of those weeks where we struggling, but we came back for you guys. We came back for y'all because we have a lot to talk about wrestling wise. But I know y'all, like I said, I know y'all probably sick of us because yeah, I've seen this a lot this week. And you're welcome. We're happy to be here.
You're welcome. And I'm going to keep hosting it just because.
Keep it in our
We
story.
were on Netflix, y'all.
Admittedly, y'all would be doing it too. And it's okay. We get it. With that, before we get started, because I have some things to discuss. We got some wrestling to cover, and I've been all over the place. So before we get started, we want to remind you that this is your moment to hit that record button. And so you're notified, when we're ready to release our content. Because I'm going to tell you, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, who knows when these things come out. But the only way you're going to find out is if you are in the know with our notification. Or like Tanisha said on our last recording yesterday, Patreon people get to know because we send out email. I also send out newsletters on Patreon in case you missed things. There's too another reason why you will want to join. And with that, let's get started. So the streets was clearly talking.
Yo. Shh, quiet now. Leaning close. The streets are talking loud and clear. Wrestling whispers in your ear. Rumors flying, news is popping. The ropes are tight, no one's stopping. The streets are talking, yeah. You better listen. Main event mama's dropping all the wisdom.
Well, we got a couple stories. Let's see. Oh man, we got more than a couple. But I want to start with the story that has kept me up at night.
That
thanks to all
kept
the
you up
tweets.
at night. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, Lord.
Thanks to all the
Okay,
tweets.
okay,
All the tweets. All
okay.
the tweets. So, the Rascals going to AEW was a huge story. They've been in TNA for a while. A few of them went to WWE. Two of them went to WWE. Then one was released from controversial comments or allegations. And it was a hot mess, but we missed him. And they was MSK. It was a whole thing. But I feel like we went through this all over again. And this time with AEW. So Trey Miguel, he's a rascal, right? So he's part of the crew. Whoop, whoop. We go into AEW. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. All over social media. Then they
Right.
premiere on Collision.
Right.
But he's missing on Collision. And everyone's like, question mark, what happens here? And so then my social media blew up because everyone's like, something's happening. Something's going on. Something's going on. You need to know, which is exhausting. But essentially, what happened was AEW released him. So he did sign a contract, but then they released him once they go through the vetting process. So there were some social media comments from 2020 in which they were homophobic. He did
Oh, no.
apologize at the time, but obviously it has come back to bite him in the ass. He released a statement talking about that, he made some choices and some decisions. You can read the statement for yourself. We might even put it up for you guys so you can just get it here. But at the end of the day, we were left wondering what happened to him. There was a moment where he said he was going to take a break from wrestling, but then guess what? My guy's back in TNA as of last night.
Oh.
So
That's
shout
right,
out to
because he
Trey
got
Miguel.
re-signed.
Shout out to Trey Miguel. I love me a dude who keep a job. You know what I'm saying? He like, listen, I learned my lesson. I made some mistakes, but I love wrestling, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So shout out to you, my guy. Don't be discouraged. Things happen, but I'm happy to see you back on our screen. And also, sidebar, just between me and y'all, the internet is your permanent record. So don't put stuff out there thinking it ain't gonna matter. You're not gonna grow up. You're not gonna change. Listen, maybe get a journal. Talk to your friends on the phone, but definitely do not put it on the internet because it can screw up your future opportunity. So Mama Kiara talking here. Please stop posting all your thoughts and feelings and emotions on social media thinking it won't mean anything because you never know what the world has in store for you. So yeah, that's that story. What do you think about it? How'd you feel about it?
I mean, I feel that this cancel culture is so exhausting sometimes because the people who should be canceled don't get canceled. And the ones who may have made a statement here or there, it's
Right?
like, oh my God, you are so wrong. You're like, but do you see how long ago that was? Haven't made any more of those statements like late recently. Can we focus on the ones who are making those statements currently? I digress because
You're right.
being down a horse that can't get led to water. Ooh, that's a good one. But I'm happy that he got a job. I'm happy that another company was like, you know what, we know who you are, and we know that's not who you are in this moment, in this time and frame of whatever going on. And we all know we get frustrated at times, and we just sit here and just say something out of frustration. That doesn't mean that that's who I am. It's about who you are outside of what you type on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you write these things. It's all about who you are as a person. And who you are as a person will always shine through. So if you're actually who you are writing and venting about, trust me, it's going to be times we're going to see that that's really you. But if that's not really you and you were just upset because something happened and someone said something to you and you did that and now you just venting, we're going to see that too. I just think people just need to stop trying to cancel somebody over one tweet, two tweets, and look at the bigger picture because there's someone out here really truthfully, people out here truthfully spewing hate, constantly being hateful, doing things to get their way, doing all these different things, and they're not canceled. Why? Because they're able to say what you want to say and don't care about saying what you want to say, and then they get praised for it. But us common folks, let me tell you one thing that I don't like, then I become labeled as something else, which is crazy. Anyway, that's my TED
Yeah.
Talk for the day.
I like it. I appreciate it. And you told the truth. So that's that. Next story. Champa is officially gone from WWE. He released a statement, which again I will pop up here so you can read it yourself. But basically just letting everybody know. We have been speculating for a bit, but he just kind of was like, I just want to let y'all know that I'm leaving. And he chronicled his life and his like journey in pro wrestling. This is his third decade in pro wrestling. I'm gonna miss him. But then shortly after we found out that he
Yeah.
trademarked what?
I'm just like,
What?
wow, that's 30 years you were in wrestling. That's a hard pill. Like, like we sit here and be like saying like, oh, I've been somewhere for 8 years, 10 years, and okay, now I gotta leave. This person was there for 30, been in a profession for 30 years to walk away from that. That's just
Well,
crazy. But
so
I mean, I read the statement, but go ahead. I'm sorry. It
yeah,
just caught it just was like, it hit me like, oh my God, dang.
he
Yeah.
wasn't at WWE for all this time. So I just want to clarify that. He's not walking away from wrestling.
I know he was at WWE.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
But I also
Oh,
want to
he's not
clarify
walking
that
away
he's
from
not walking
wrestling.
away.
That's all he said?
No, because he trademarked. No, no, no. He
Oh.
said for the first time ever, he's a free agent, essentially. That's where he went with that. And then he
Oh.
trademarked this new name, Psycho Killer. I have a thought here. First of all, why was that not trademarked already? Because, I mean, horror movies. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this. I am super excited to see him tap into maybe the personality we didn't get to experience in NXT or WWE. He did pay homage to the black and gold of it all, but definitely want to wish him well. And I can't see what he does. I mean, I can't wait to see what he does next because Champa is one of my favorites. There's that. Next story. Let's talk about Javon giving us a scare of our
Okay.
freaking life. Okay? Do you know I was praying on SmackDown? I was like, Jesus, was it Raw or SmackDown when he got hurt? I think it was Raw. The Raw match was stopped. I'm sorry. And my heart
It
stopped
was raw.
and I sat
It was
there
raw.
and I immediately started praying. I was like, Jesus, Jesus, this brother is on his way on the come up. We are not ready. We are not ready. So immediately on my knees,
Mm-mm.
I was praying, Jesus, heal and deliver. And he came through. I tell you, answer prayers. Answer prayers. Because shout out to Javon.
Hallelujah.
They said he's okay.
Sure.
He's okay. He's they said he continued to travel with the roster, so thank God for that. But yeah, that was a scary moment on Raw when they stopped the match. I was like, you know what? Y'all need holy water. We just need to pray before every show at this point. Like, what we gotta do? I don't need nobody else. Nobody else doing nothing. I don't even want to say it out loud. I don't even want to speak the words. I just need everybody to be happy, healthy,
Don't
and
even
wealthy
speak
and
it
wise.
into existence.
So
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I've been
Mm-hmm.
through that. So there's that. And then lastly, where the hell has Rusev been?
You know what? Well, I know Lana out here is on her IVF journey, so
Yes, she
maybe
is.
he needed to take some time off to be with her.
Maybe. But
Or do
the
you have
streets
tea?
say, the streets say that he was pulled
Uh-oh.
off of TV until his creative is ready. So they don't have creative for him right now. So they kind of just pulled him for a bit. This is the new direction of things from my understanding. So what the sources say, because I don't remember which one, what they say is that WWE is now starting the process of removing people from TV if they don't have creative for them to just rest the character for a little bit until they are ready for them to come back. But I think there's some plus
Oh, well,
and
that's
minuses
good.
to this. I think there's some pluses
Okay.
and minuses because I do think there's opportunities for people to still be visible um, behind the scenes. Like remember all those kind of behind the scenes vignettes and conversations, or when we see interviews, when we see people creeping in the back. Like I don't want that stuff to go away. And I also don't want to get burnt out on the returns
Yeah.
or the surprises either, which is kind of the other side of that issue. Like, I miss the Street Profits, but I've missed them so much at this point that I'm like, please hurry up and get back on my TV. Like, please. Am I going to pop when I see
And make
them?
you have a
100%.
good story.
But they better have a good story. That's the thing. They better have one because they
Mm-hmm.
pulled them for so long. So I think there's a little bit of a caveat here. Is like, does that mean you're going to be focused on a really amazing story when Rusev returns? Or do you just
Mm.
keep him off TV while he just chills? Like he's just at home. And what ended up happening at AEW is we kind of like forgot about him. Forgot he was even on contract or whatnot. Thought we said no yawning.
Yep.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story.
I'm
So
sorry.
how do you feel about this
All that
plan to
driving
just remove
yesterday
people?
has caught up to me.
Yes. Yes, it did. I would agree. I was like, there
Um,
was not driving, but all the sickness I'm battling right now should be making me sleepy. But I'm energized for you guys out there because
well, I made
this week,
right. Yes, and
crazy.
it's crazy. And I'm sorry.
I
I
also
should
to
got
get
me
more
an
sleep
energy
than
drink
you.
too. Anyway, I wasn't sleepy a second ago. Anyway, how do I feel? I mean, I think definitely if they are taking them off when they do bring them back, that story better be kick ass. Like you better
Yep.
had ran it through Chat GBT, Gemini to make sure that that was a full proof. Bring it back. Oh, this is gonna be the pop because I ain't gonna lie. Watching Unreal and watching y'all stressing out about uh the drama or something. Well, first off, that's not how you build the drama. Building a drama is how you write it and how you write the beefs that people are having. I'm sorry. The conflict. Actually, sorry. What's the word? The storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
The storyline. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The and building it up. And if you need help, we are good. We can help you. We do check with Chat GBT and Gemini and Copilot. We do those things just to make sure it's on the right track because we are writing our books. But
Yes.
understand, y'all have to. It's not about just the action and the movement. It's about the build up. And if you want build up,
I agree.
give me more because y'all sure could have gave me more with Naomi and Jade. You sure could have gave me more with Naomi and Jade and Bianca because even with y'all showing me that in Evolution, it still was like, oh, excuse me. It was like, okay, I get it, but you didn't give me. You have Bianca say, we're gonna finish this one for all. No, it ain't finished. You know why it ain't finished? Because it's not inserting you, because you looking crazy. They didn't give you the right storyline. And once again, like my dear sister has said, that you guys are missing people of our skin color, different complexions, okay? You can even give a mixed one, okay? Put them in there and give us some good stories. Give more female writers in there. But you definitely need more of a diversity of writers because just y'all old heads and recycling old storylines, that's getting old too. Stop recycling old storylines. I'm sorry, I'm really passionate right now because I just hope when y'all bring them back, it's for a good story and not some, oh, here I
Run. I
am.
want to
I showed up
run.
to your Right. But I'm saying, yeah, good run. Yeah. But as in, like, make it purposeful and meaningful. That is how you connect with people. Because especially if you're saying you're entertainment, cool. Well, give me entertainment and not just some moves. Like, I need to be, like, invested. There was times, remember when we think about it, when they had, what's that dude's name? I know I said him before. Um, in the Asian man, when they chopped off his ding-a-dang. And we thought they actually chopped his thing off. And our little sister was crying in the corner. But that was a build-up of stories. There was a reason why he was like, and now I got to do what I'm doing to you because you keep doing what you're doing over here. Which is mainly taking his woman. But that was a story building up. It didn't just like, I took your woman, now I'm going to get... No, it was like, well, she's attracted to me. I'm going to try to, see what's going on. Or even when Vince McMahon had those stupid stories with Sable and all these other people and whatever. Or even when Stephanie McMahon had the story with Kurt, or when she had it with, did she have it with Jericho? No. Who else did she have a storyline with where it was like, or even like when she had the storyline with Tess, it was a storyline that builds up to the fact that, oh no, the ultimate betrayal. Triple H got married to her without y'all realizing and he drugged her. What? And as a child, you're like, wait a minute. What do you mean she didn't know she was drugged? When you look back at it, it's like, girl, she ain't saying nothing. She knocked out. How you know she didn't say nothing? Like, what
I
like,
thought
how you marry
she
her?
did know.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? But how I'm so passionate. I need to turn myself down a little bit. But
No, you
it's
don't.
just make it worthwhile. So when they come back on these screens, when the Street Profits come back on this screen, it better be a worthwhile story that they're about to tell. Not them just coming and I'm coming for the titles from the Usos. No, give me a build-up. Give me them sitting here sneaking. Give me where they're sitting here talking little sneak stuff. Give me that. We have social media now. Give that social media slick talk type of talk on the thing. How y'all sat here and was starting to build up the New Day against Jay and Jimmy. Give me that. Sorry. All right, I'm done.
No
I can go
apologies.
on.
I love it. I mean, do y'all see her out here? This nose ring and this birthday energy, it's just making me excited because the fact that she's like practically glowing from the screen, like, y'all, this is magical. Y'all are in for a show today. It's that birthday energy. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming up and she ready.
It
Rawr. You know what I'm saying? I
is.
am here. I'm here for it. But no, I agree with you. 155%. I agree with you. And with that, let's talk TNA. Because
Whew,
Genesis.
girl, we were watching it
Genesis.
together. That was mhm.
Okay, listen. I try to keep everything real constructive. And so I'm gonna let Tanisha start because I need time to construct my
Oh,
thoughts in a constructive manner. So let's talk
okay.
your overall thoughts
Well,
about
I'll say it
the
for you. It did. I'm a look. I'm gonna say it for you. Um, it did not hold up to the hype of Slammiversary. Not for me. That's what made me want to sit here and watch TNA. And then Bound of Glory, you were on the cuff. But this, what was this? What was this? First off, I appreciate the main event, but we all knew that Nic Nemeth was going to try to cash in. Now, the fact that he did not cash in because he was too slow, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was thinking in his brain or what was going on. I don't know, but I wish he would have just cashed it in so that he would have lost it. Because I was even thinking like, oh, when he had the Money in Bank, he lost that too. He was not a successful cash in. Are we trying to repeat history, but just with a cup? Anyway, I digress. Let's see. Who else? I was paying attention, but I wasn't on the edge of my
you were
seat like I
engrossed,
was.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't I was watching it, but it was like, okay, I think even the females match. Oh, I missed the female match. You know why? Because y'all put it on the preview show. Why? The Inspiration are a great tag team. And listen, when they first came on WWE and NXT, I could not stand them. Okay. I was like, what is this nonsense? But however, it grown on me. Okay. And they are actually really good. So
Yes,
why
they
were
are.
they not on? Why was this match not on the main card? I'm not
I don't
understanding.
know. I don't know. I don't know.
Especially when
Yeah,
you know we
so
don't watch the pre-show because y'all talk half of the time. Listen, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I do try to watch a pre-show, but I was busy. I was, we was preparing for stuff. Anyway, the point is, so yeah, what she said. Like, I didn't, I was not as engrossed as I typically am. I was actually really disappointed. And I know a part of that is unavoidable, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know what's going on in our country. I know that we're having visa problems, but you should have the depth of a roster to be able to pull out the stops as needed. And I felt like there was a lot of reliance on WWE to kind of help, and they did a good job. But I also felt like the way that it was talked about on air was a little crazy because we know that y'all was having visa issues. And Leon Slater, we saw him on SmackDown because he was home. That's why we got him on SmackDown. But then also the commentary said a lot about like, we're disappointed. We know you're disappointed. Do you know we're disappointed? Because I was extremely disappointed that it was kind of crazy. And to get more into detail, we can do the Nic Nemeth of it all. It was a really long gap by the time that second referee came through, which is like, sheesh, that felt noticeable. Am I glad Santana's still the champion though? 155% agreed. All this match card changes made it real difficult to do a predictions situation
Mm-hmm.
because the card changed so much that I'm like, dang, like only a few of these people I could actually make predictions for. So it just wasn't the best. I'm just gonna say that. There were some bright moments. I definitely enjoyed Mara versus Nick. Ryan Nemeth. I did enjoy Mara today and her work there. I enjoyed the fact there was an intergender match on my TV because we don't get those that often. That he was a chicken
Mm-hmm.
heel. Appreciate that like he didn't really love the ending on that, but that's cool. I mean, you want to further the storyline, that's the way to do it. But it just felt more lows than highs than it should have for me. And so it was very hard to find I enjoyed it as much as I usually do. So I think Booker T said something like about the intro show and said it just wasn't the best work. And I kind of feel like this was secondary to that. This was kind of like, guys, get in there and mix it up some stuff because that just wasn't the most engaging amount of time. And I had to pay for it. So listen, where money's concerned, you need to put your money where your mouth is. And it needs to be exciting and interesting and fascinating. And it didn't feel like it lived up to everything. The visa situation made that Joe Hendry, Cedric, Moose situation weird because now it's like now it's a three-way for a number one contender. Whereas this could have been your moment to really mix it up. Like Moose was on one with that injury, fake injury, real injury, I don't know. But that even it just wasn't where I wanted it to be from the caliber I expected of it overall.
First off, can we talk about Moose? Moose did not look like Moose. Remember, I kept telling you he looked like AI. He looked like an AI generated Moose. I was like, am I really that? Like, I really didn't realize Moose grew a mustache and stuff and a beard and and he slimmed down. I was like, who is this imposter? Because I'm like, this is not the Moose I saw going. Who's this? This is the imposter. And the imposter. Then he would do certain things. I was like, are you his brother? Like, I was having her crack up because I was like, who is this person? This doesn't look like Moose to me. And then you're like, Moose. And I'm like, you are not Moose. Who are you? Might as well just put a mask on your face and do what they did with Kane and switch them up a couple times until they figured out who he was. Because I don't know. Or even Americano. Grande, sorry, whatever. You know what I was trying to say. Grande Americano, because even we knew who it was, but then at the end, it was like we didn't know. They kept switching up a little bit until they figured out who he was.
Yeah. It wasn't
I mean, it
to the
didn't make
caliber of
sense.
I expected.
I mean, yeah, because even AJ, he came, but he didn't do anything but talk.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Right?
mean, yes, you're right. But at the end of the day, like the Hardys and the Righteous, I mean, that was a good match. I thought that was really good. Um, I'm not saying the matches were not good. It just did not feel like a big pay-per-view energy. It just felt like some solid matches. It was good, but it wasn't great. And even like the last match with JDC, like that was good. And I thought that was probably one of the best matches on the card that day, for sure. But it just felt lackluster, and I don't know why it felt like that. Like as I'm watching it, and maybe y'all can help me work through why it felt like that. It just didn't feel epic. It just felt like, okay, well, it almost felt like it could have been a TV tape, which is
Mm.
disappointing. And I absolutely agree that the inspiration should have been on the card. By far. Y'all could have gave them another like warm up match if you wanted to. Give
Because I'm
somebody
about to
else
say,
a chance.
because the only female match was technically Sade, right? The mixed into because I think there was no other one, right?
Mhm.
I feel
That's
like
what
that
I
was the
got.
only one that was on. Yeah,
No, false.
which is crazy.
False.
No, we had
Ling
one more.
Yi
We had the
and
that match was good. Hold on, that match was good.
because remember Zaria, I was gonna
That
say
match was
my
good.
bad, I'm sorry, because Zaria came,
Yes.
this is what I mean about the card subject to change. She was supposed to face Danny Luna, but because again, visa issues, she ended up placing Zaria. And I will say that also was a winner. I apologize. I will say that was a winner and I enjoyed it. But because again, it was a last minute substitution of a situation, I know there's certain things that can't be helped, but I wonder under what circumstances could things have been helped? Like how could we have built this up a little bit more to feel like I don't know. But again, we're relying on this is what I mentioned. Like my concern is that we're relying on NXT talent to kind of and WWE talent to kind of come through and give you guys a boost when this is really the time you should be standing on your own and that should be icing to the cake versus necessarily featured
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, if that makes sense. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. And again, if I don't have too many constructive things to say, I kind of want to skip through it. But yeah,
No, I mean, I do want to say that match was really, really good. I remember
it
we were
was.
both like, wow, Zarya really, and this is also too. I'm happy they did Zarya and not Soul because
Me too.
we need to see more of Zarya because she's really am a powerhouse. She really is
She's impressive
really,
for
really
sure.
she's very impressive. That match was very impressive. And then this is where I also beg. I understand our climate, but at the same time, she Dana wrestled 2 nights before in the same state. So how all of a sudden there to me to say there was a visa
You
issue is
mean
like how?
Danny Luna? Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Like
I
how?
don't know.
Like she was okay to be there 2 days ago. So what happened where she did it? So now that also makes me question, are
Was
you
she
just
not
using that
cleared? I don't know what happened
right?
to her.
Because I'm also going like, is that a work? Is that a story? Because you just wanted to put somebody else in there. I'm not gonna say Leon may have not had a visa issue because he was on SmackDown and SmackDown was overseas. So I'm not gonna say that probably is not true. But I just find it hard to believe that you substituted somebody after they were just there 2 days ago in the same state, in the same arena that you were in. Now all of a sudden they have a visa issue. How? When that become a
Yeah.
thing? And
No,
then
she
also
did. So
too.
yeah, I want to confirm you're right. It was a visa
Okay.
issue because I
Okay.
was like, I don't know either. But yeah.
But it still doesn't
Yeah,
make sense because you were able to be here 2 days ago. But you know what? Some
I
of
don't
the
know.
things in this country don't make sense. You know what? I'm just gonna digress because actually I don't really care. I will say what I have to say and not fear nobody. But that's not what this platform is for. Other than it doesn't make sense that you were okay to be here and you're actually working and you have the proper paperwork and then they take it away just because they felt like it. Okay, that's it.
I get it. I mean, but so it looks like, just to confirm, there were other talent. I did a little quick search. So it was Leon, it was Danny, it was Jody Thread, it was Rosemary as well. So there are other talents that had these kind of same visa processing issues. But I just think that helped contribute to being a weaker event. And I wasn't necessarily pleased to have paid good money for something that I feel like I could have probably just watched the recap. So that
Mm.
disappointed me a bit. I just will say that. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about from you want to talk about the Hardys and the Righteous? I mean, that was the experience. I like that match. Uh-oh. Not that look.
First off, in today's climate, Righteous, I may want you to get a different gimmick. because that felt really ravish, uh, cultish.
Yeah.
It just didn't sit right. But even when Seth was the visionary or the missionary or whatever he was, I was like, I didn't like it. There's some things for me where you shouldn't teeter on. It shouldn't be a, it's a question. And I'm not really religious in that per se or spiritual in that per se, but it's still one of those like when it came out, I was just like, what is happening? Why are you dancing and he's just walking like huh? And then the girl and the thing, and I was like, ah. And then y'all was, I mean, I would say maybe it was entertaining because I think it did bring out the best of Matt and Jeff, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. I just felt like it was missing. I mean, there's some things missing. That's my thought process on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm good. I'm done.
Let's talk about Raw.
Let's, yeah, let's talk about it.
I'm not sorry. I mean, I really
Just
wish
gonna
I could have
bring
been excited about that. But Raw was awesome. I mean, the CM Punk and the Finn Balor of it all. Oh my God. When he came out to his original music, and I just wanted to scream. I like felt in my spirit, like, this is the Finn Balor that I want. The one that I fell in love with, who was a rock star in NXT, who came back for that second run and was everything that I had been missing. And then you put him back on the main roster and you just let him flounder again. No, this is a star. This man is a star. Get him out of the Judgment Day and get him back into the title picture. Please and thank you. Because that match with CM Punk, I was like, Finn Balor said, watch me work. Okay? And amazing. It was just amazing.
I definitely enjoyed that match. I definitely was excited when Finn came out to his original music that he came out with. And I was like, oh, is this my Finn? Where I can just do slap my legs and put my
Yes,
arms up? Oh, okay.
yes,
Oh, we're
that
not
one.
okay, we're not longer in the and then I'm going free him. Free him from that contract of the judgment day because he don't need them no more. And they don't really need him because we already know Liv is about to destroy them from the inside out. I'm gonna say it again. So when it does happen, y'all can mark it here. She's destroying them from the inside out. She is gaining each and every one of
Mm-hmm.
their trusts, especially Roxanne's,
Roxanne's in
which is
danger.
funny because Roxanne don't even know it's coming. Like even when she was talking to her, like, "Oh my God, my Roxy," and she goes, "Thank you," and I'm like, "Girl, run. You don't understand that she being sarcastic. You don't understand that she like I've been watching you from the screen and you was sitting here trying to bait my man. Are you serious right now? You think I'm coming in here with peaches and rainbows and like, oh yeah, we're friends forever? No. Run, Roxanne. Run. Pop rocket somewhere. Pop lock and drop it somewhere. I don't know what to tell you. Cause Liv is coming for you. Okay? You understand. She was a part of the riot squad. She was and that was the crazy part. She became the household name from the riot squad. And she was the kind one. Now, I don't know. Like, let's
I
just
like
think
his
about
dark
that for a
energy.
second. I
Yeah.
do. But let's just think about that for a second. She's telling Finn out to go do whatever. He's going to start feeling himself again and understanding who he is as Finn Balor and how he does not need the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day needs him
Right. Mm-hmm.
because now
Agreed.
his partner is gone and we don't know how long he's going to be out. Dom is not. He is the
No.
only man standing. He's the only man standing in this clubhouse. And you know what? He
Yep.
doesn't need to be there. He doesn't need to be there anymore. We saw the caliber of what it was. And I also think it has to do with the fact that he was home. That energy of being home and being like they were feeding off of him. They were just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. And he was feeding off of them. Like it was an amazing atmosphere. Like you could see it in his body, like, oh, this is who I am. Oh, let me remind you who I am, Finn Balor. And I'm not gonna lie, let's not discredit CM Punk because CM Punk is actually pulling it in. Even though I'd be questioning about his bags, and I need you to I know you have to get a better skincare
I mean,
routine
who don't
because
got
I'm
bags?
concerned
Look
about.
at us. We could use some under eye
I mean,
circles.
I have bags. I'm not saying, and you know what? If you know some good stuff that I can like you change the discoloration and I look even extra younger, sure, let me know. Give it to me. Put it in the comments. However, I'm concerned
Okay.
about my guy because after the match, his eyes will be red and puffy. You'd be like, sir, do you not sleep? Do you not put a mask on your face? Do you not do any of these things? I know you have a wife and your wife must make sure you take care of your skin. Because what, sir? I need you to get your life together because I care that you don't
I
look like
love
you've
that
been
for
through the
you.
ringer by the end of the match. Okay? I need you to keep it going because clearly you are getting better and better. Like you are increasing yourself. You're showing that you can do it. You know, being the age that you are, showing that you can
Mhm.
be able to stand in the ring with people who are younger than you. Stand and deal with it. I just need you to not show it on your face. Please. Before I tell you you
Yeah.
need a vacation too.
Okay. There's that. I really hoped he had won. He would win, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen. But I was crossing my fingers
Oh,
and my toes.
I knew going in he wasn't gonna win. I was like, I knew he came. I was like, he not gonna win, but this is gonna be a great match.
I was hoping there was some kind of fluke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, obviously.
Oh, like with Blake and Thea.
I was hoping there was some kind of fluke and it
Kicked
just
out to
happened. I mean, he could have kicked out a half a quarter of a second late. I understand. Like, listen, sometimes these titles need a little bit more movement. You know what I mean? Like, I understand we're trying to build up Ciampa, but he could have a mistake one night. It could just be a moment of just, and then we could just give it right back. Like, we could just get his like title
But
reigns up. You know what I mean? Like, I think he could get another title. I mean, like, don't you want to be out there like the John Cena's and the Randy Ortons and the Triple H's, where you got all these double digit title reigns? The only way that happens at this age is for you to drop and pick it up. That's the only way that'll happen. So I just, I was hoping, but I understood. And maybe I'm a little petty because, yes, I missed that. But somebody will carry the petty banner forward. And I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it. Anyhow, next thing we need to talk about is how pissed off at AJ Styles I currently am. Because why in the hell
oh,
would you put your
I know
career
your
on
wife
the line?
didn't tell you that. I know your wife didn't tell you that. Because I know as a wife, I wouldn't tell you that. I'd be like, nigga, are they paying you more? What's happening? What's going on? Why are we retiring right now? I don't need you home right now. Like, you could take a vacation. What is happening? Why are you doing such a thing? I would not tell you to do such
I'm
a
not
thing.
pleased.
Not
I'm
so
not
early
pleased.
in the game.
I
Negro,
thought we had
I need
time.
to
I thought we had more
make sure it makes sense.
time. Yes, that too. But I also thought we had a lot more time with him. But according to like what I read, maybe late last night, early this morning, it's starting to run together. Um, Apparently, his contract ends in 11 days. So this is why this is
Oh,
happening.
really?
Yes, which
Oh,
makes me even more pissed
man.
off.
I
I'm gonna
was
tell you right now, I'm more angry now. I thought we had more time, AJ. Don't do this to me. I thought we had at least till
I mean,
SummerSlam or
he
WrestleMania.
did say 2026. He did say 2026. We just assumed it was going to be like John Cena, where it's going to be the whole year. Yeah, that's what happens when we assume.
We
We
can't
shouldn't
go to
be assuming.
WrestleMania. We can't just wait a couple more months. I'm just heartbroken. And anyway, F Gunther.
Or
Okay, F Gunther and all of it. I don't like it. I don't like the story. I don't want it to happen. That's right. Throw them both up. I don't want it to happen. I am.
boo
I'm
to the
distraught.
storyline.
I'm distraught.
Boo
Let's
to
just
this.
say that.
I hear you. I'm mad too. Nah, I'm mad. I'm sorry.
Distraught.
Because I mean, I'm tired.
Ow.
This is what I'm talking about. Recycling the storylines. We only have one legend killer. And you know who that is? Randy Orton. Okay? Hold on, let me speak into the mic. Randy Orton, the legend killer, the Viper, the one who will punch you in your head and not think about it, the one who will give you RKOs out of nowhere. When I say nowhere,
Out of nowhere.
you wouldn't even know he was coming.
That's
Okay?
right.
Out of nowhere. To the point where his
Trick
family
would have
learned how
learned
to do
that.
these moves so they could. Okay? Trick is going to learn it. He's going to understand that you do not mess with that man. So the fact that you're trying to make Gunther, a legend killer? Listen, that's stupid. He's so much more talented than being a legend killer. You could have made him something else. You could have made him the rookie killer. You could have made him the come up from the come up. He could have been the going after all these other titles to become the first ever quickest. What's that thing called?
Grand Slam?
Hold on. When you get all the Thank you,
Grand Slam?
thank you. I was like, hold on, I know it's something. I know. I'm like, I know it's a baseball term too. Grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
Make him one
Yeah,
of the
that's
quickest
baseball.
ones to get it. Let him run through it. Then take his ass over to TNA because he can sit here and fight Moose or fight somebody. Like, make him more productive than
I
just
hear you.
becoming some retired storyline of the Legend Killer. Because, like I said, we only acknowledge one when it comes to the Legend Killer, and that's Mr. Randy Orton. Put some respect on that man's name. Okay, I'm done. Hopefully my
I
mic
mean,
don't
you
fall.
on one today, and I love this energy. This is so fun. Okay. I guess we got to get into
I have to
Natalia
make
and the
up for. I have
Maxine.
to make up. Oh! Can you hear me? I had to
Now,
fix it.
yes,
I'm so sorry. I got so excited. I'm so excited
that
because
Beyonce
how dare
hair.
you?
What's that? Would you say that her was? What's her name? She
I
comes
don't
off
know yet. I
Christmas
didn't name her
energy.
yet, but she's not.
I
She's
thought
not
she was
Beyonce
Mercedes.
because Beyonce's the other one.
Okay, I
Oh,
thought that was
that's right. I
Mercedes.
said she was Mercedes, not to mistake with Mercedes Monet, because that's not who I am. I'm more humble than that. Anyway.
Like I said, back to Natalia and Maxine. You know who I wanted back? Natty,
Who?
not Natalia. I
Ooh.
wanted the low key legend. I wanted her to come down with her hair braided band down, with her posse behind her. I wanted the black outfit. And if this is our step towards that, then I'm down. But otherwise, who believed that? Who believed that she was like, okay, Maxine, I'm so happy for you. No, I'm not. No, she's not. My thought was like, "Ooh, Maxine about to lose." That was exactly what I said at the beginning of the segment. Girl, I'm sorry. You're not getting that title back. Becky is still gonna be champion. And the way that this happened was crazy. I'm just going. First of all, who pinned somebody underneath the rope like that? What the hell? Like that is always going to be a fake out. But I was like, and for I was like, Becky's just gonna lay her like that is just none of that made sense from a she's gonna win perspective moment. I was like, this should have been a little closer, but I also understood how do we get Natty and Natalia to come in and like interrupt the match. She could have got disqualified, and I would have been fine with that. Like I just thought it was poorly executed, very much so. And then poor Maxine, huh? Why? Natty. Girls. This is why y'all need some girl writers. Because let me tell you something. There's 400 reasons why I'm taking that off her. Okay? I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm going to get on the freaking apron. And I'm going to send somebody else out. Maybe bring somebody up from NXT. Maybe somebody in a hoodie. Whoever. To do whatever they need to do. Because this was stupid. It was stupid. I was like, this is some ridiculous, rudimentary mistake nonsense. And then Natty's just like, what was that? Why not have her talk backstage? You know what? This is what I wanted to happen because we was talking about.
Okay. Yep. Tell us.
I would have liked her to go backstage, and I would like her to be like, "I did what I did," and then I would have liked her to walk out. That's it. And I wanted Maxine to come backstage and be chasing after this girl. That would have been much more fulfilling than the experience that you gave me. I want her to be like looking in the mirror, and then like give me something. Give me the Natty that we have come to expect from the AAA of it all. Don't give me this Natalia. Girl, no. That's not who I want. This could have all gone so much better. And you didn't even have to say anything. Like she could have just been back there braiding up her hair or whatever, or putting it back, or putting her low-key legend jacket on, whatever. But no, we got whatever the hell that was. That dramaful nonsense. You need women writers. So bad. So bad. Okay, I'm done. Because I just didn't like it. But shout out to Becky for keeping her title. Yes, girl.
I'm gonna like sentiment those things. I definitely knew the moment she came out, I was like, she's about to betray Maxine. Like it was too predictable. Like this is where we talk about with storylines. It shouldn't be that predictable. I need to be like in complete shock that just happened. Not that building up. No, her coming out, we knew. Nah, you ain't coming out here to support her. Even as she was sitting here, like even on the sideline, she was, why are you warming yourself up over there? What you about to do? Jump into the match? What's happening? Why? Like we already
I
knew
know,
it was
right?
going to
That's a good
happen.
point.
Yeah, like
Yep.
she was sitting here, like, girl, what you jumping in? Like, what's going on? Now, don't get me wrong. That match was good. It could have been
It
10
was a
times
good
better.
match.
Maxine is getting better. I mean, that scissor kick,
Yes,
that
it was
that
fire.
kick, I was like, whoa. I mean, I wish I had long legs because that is crazy. That's the one move I want to learn how to do. Scissor kick somebody and then
That's
put them
why.
down. Because that's, I mean, I have a couple of, but we're talking about them right now. Just, yeah. I mean, I would love to do an RKO. That would be the greatest. Just, I've watched and studied those, and you slap your leg and they come in. Okay, here you go. But I'm just saying, as in like, and the DDT from the rope. But I would have to find me different moves. I want to do something that's different or
I
whatever.
mean, I would have to do. I
But
mean, I
anyway,
know the RKO and the cutter are pretty similar, but DDTs, Diamond Cutter was
yeah, you can bring
something
that
to
back.
behold.
But
That was to behold. I mean, that and the bang of it all. Sorry, just bringing me back to nostalgia. As you were.
listen, I get you. Listen, I get you. Yes, but Natty, you could have gave me so much more. And Maxine, you didn't have to. I want to say what I want to say. Actually, I don't care. You can edit it out all you want. I don't care. Natty, I mean, Maxine, you didn't have to be like a typical white girl. Oh my God, I'm from the valley. Why? You could have just been like, Natty, why? And focus on the target. Instead of you being so in your emotions, like, oh my God. Girl, you could have handled that later. You could have been like, girl, what you doing? And then on top of that, Natalia, what you like, you don't deserve it. You're not worth it. Girl, what? She sat here and won that title all by herself. You weren't in that corner when she won that title. Like,
It just was crazy. Yeah.
Like, come on. And like you said, yes, there's so many other ways that could have been more of a powerful statement versus you coming in and being Maxine. Now, granted, I did want Maxine to stand up for herself because we've sat here and watched her in the promos that y'all were doing, which was great promos,
Yeah.
which also led to the point that I knew that you were coming to sit here and try to take her or dethrone her or whatever.
Yeah.
But it would have made even better sense that you let Maxine actually get the championship, then you turn on her. Because then that makes sense. To turn on her and then tell her she's worthless or tell her that she's not deserving of it, it's crazy work. Crazy work because she trained out of your dungeon. So if she's not worthy of it, then what does that say about you and your work that you be doing in your dungeon? I'm gonna leave that there because I feel like I can go a little bit more deeper in there, but I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah, and I really want to say this last part. They never should have touched. There should not have been any kerfluffle in the ring. It really should have ended on a definitive kind of like, what the? So I could come back to this. Like I said, I just gave you 3 other ways to further the story along without having them touch. That shouldn't even have happened. We should have been building up to that moment of Maxine getting her hands on freaking Natty. But the drama notes were missed. That is all. Anything else you want to talk about from Raw? Because if not, I want to move to NXT because girl, I just want to make sure I cover
I'm
anything
good.
else you wanted to talk about. I feel like that's the main takeaway.
No, I think that was the main points. I don't think anything else. Let me think about it. We could talk about the tag team match. That was kind of disappointing that it went to Roxanne and to Liv. I think Bailey and Lyra
What?
should have had it because they were. Oh,
They were
well, I
amazing.
mean, I think it was Oh, you know what? I think it was predictable that they were going to give it to them, but it would have been better if they would have gave it to Lyra and Becky because Bailey, because when Bailey was doing what she was doing, I feel like they still are not building the storyline correctly with Lyra and Bailey or Bailey. And it's just like,
what is the
give them
storyline with Lyra
something.
and Bailey?
No,
What is it? That's what I want to know. And I say this,
Yeah.
like, what is it? I'm saying this from a place of absolute love because if you've been watching this and if you're new here, Bailey's one of my favorites, like deeply, truly. I can't wait to interview you one day. But I don't get it. I don't know what the storyline is. I don't get it. I'm still trying to understand. Is this still the crazy storyline, or have we bridged it to something else? Because it feels as though we are not in a place that makes any kind of sense. And so I am just literally in puzzlement. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna leave that there because, again, positive, constructive criticism. That's what we're working on. That being said, oh my God, ZaRuca and Zaria about to be TNA knockout tag team title champions. What that triple threat was crazy, but very fun. And that is what I think NXT is doing well. Like, I feel like we're getting these long-term stories. There's a few places I'm gonna touch on that needs improvement, but I like the story. I like the layers. I liked that it felt like we're still trying to figure out what's going on with Soul and Zaria. Like, what's happening with ZaRuca? Like, what's, are we sure that they're on the same page, or is there still some jealousy? I feel like there's notes that we're following here and there. Can I get an insight to their writer's room? Who's writing those stories? I want to know. Inquiry mind. Because I feel like there's some notes that we follow when we do NXT that just are missed when you get to the main roster of it all. But I thought that was an excellent match. I love the outcome. I'm like, hey, can we get Soul and Zaria? Like, now I want to watch TNA because I want to know. Like, I know I just said this, and this is very counter what I said previously about TNA leaning on NXT people. But this is how it's done properly. My argument is this JV outcast nonsense that could go. That could have still been gone. Like, I don't know why you're still invading anything. But this is cool. Is it relying on NXT a little bit? Yeah, that's true. Because I still want Zaria and Soul to come up and be in the mix with the tag teams. I feel like this is to take the page out of AEW's, like the 8 tag team tornado matches and stuff. Like, this would be fun to throw everybody in a situation and see how they chaotically manage this. Because that's much needed, I feel like. But again, I mean, I know I just said 2 very contra things. Like, TNA should stop relying on NXT. But I think it just speaks to the star power of Soul and Zaria that they're making me want to go back to TNA because they're in the mix of it. But we can't overly rely on that approach, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it can't be one of those things that is always happening, where you feel like a permanent fixture on their roster. Like, it says, like, TNA/NXT right now. And I feel like that we need to move that a little bit over, where occasionally they come by, but it doesn't feel as heavily reliant. So that's all I want to say about that. But that was cool. I ain't going to lie. I was like, ooh, are they going to get tag team titles now? Why not? And how come they're not getting WWE tag team titles?
That's what I'm saying. But I said that before. We can't just keep taking TNA titles and we're not giving them ours. That doesn't make sense.
I think that's also why this invasion thing is weird, because it feels like they're not getting any upping versus like getting stars on their show. They're not getting the upper hand in terms of titles. So I do kind of understand that.
Like, it's one of those this is where I feel like the gap between TNA and NXT is failing, because we're not properly doing the switch off correctly. We're not, like, in the beginning, it was like, okay, great. That's what actually made me want to watch TNA, because the invasion, the Trick Williams taking the championship from Joe Hendry and Mike Santana, and everybody sitting here fighting for it. When JCJ sat here and took the title from, who did she take it from? Marsha? That's her name? Marsha, right? I think so. I think that's what she took. Marsha.
I was like, did she take it from her? Or was that another triple threat?
No, this was was it a triple threat? I don't remember. It was at Slammiversary when she took the championship. But it was one of those, like, okay, cool. Then you would have had, why couldn't we let Leon and Javon take the NXT tag titles? That would make sense. That would be getting you to bridge the gap between TNA and NXT. Now you have one belt over here. Like, give them a belt. Like, really give them a belt. Like, I'm not understanding why we just can't give them a belt, because we can, because that also helps. Or two, because I also hope expand the stories that are happening. You have to
agree.
sit here and work with each other to make the story work. You have to, especially if we're going to have TNA pretty much rely on you. Make it make sense, because now I'm like, Zaria deserves another title shot, but she should come in with a different, like, yeah, you got up on me, but you know what? I still got beef with you. Now I got beef with you because your people came in, my people had to sit here and defend. Like, that could have been a perfect thing, because that could be a triple threat match. That could be so many different things that could be happening from that can cause a different type of rift between Zaria and Ling. That's her name, Ling. But what I will say is that one, that match was amazing. Fatal Attraction, right? That's who they are. I keep wanting to
Influence.
say, thank you. That's all I can say. I keep wanting to say something. Fatal Influence. I mean, listen, they're good too. I mean, we've talked about this before. That, uh, not Farrah. What's the other girl's name? Jesus, what's the
Laney?
other one name? Yes, Lainey. She was a perfect add to that. Girl, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't remember everybody's name. I remember the ones I like Jada. Like, I like her. And I don't know where I was going with this, but either way,
I get what you were going with it. I get it. At the end of the day,
either
like, two's better. Like,
like
I do feel like they need to be trading titles and opportunities and things like that to keep the story fresh on both shows. But then also what you said about people who should have these opportunities, I agree with that. I mean, I don't get what's going on here. It doesn't, especially like I said about that JV team, the Outcast coming in, like, y'all don't got no belts. What y'all gonna take Evolve belts? Like, it don't make sense. Anyhow, yes, I agree with you. Also, woohoo, Jada's back. And not only is Jada back, Jada is back with this promo. Girl, we
I
want to
got a
interview
keynote
you.
takeover. Yes, please. I have a
We want to
keynote.
interview you
I have a
because
keynote.
you are incredible. And that promo spoke to my spirit where preparation week meets opportunity, sis. Like, yes. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because I know you got a lot to say about the promo.
Well, no, I mean, I love the promo, but I want to take the key point away. And I think this spoke to a lot of brown and dark brown and black females of your stature and of not your stature, just little girls everywhere, where you wrote, I'm going to quote you, where you said, the standard that refuses to bend just because the room feels uneasy just because I step into it. Girl, when you said that, I said, hold on, let me rewind that, because that is the fact, unfortunately, that we are experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
They are intimidated by us by not even knowing who we are and what we speak in and what we do, just because we walked into the room. And I have to level
Girl,
myself and lower myself to make you feel better. No,
no,
absolutely
you don't.
not. And the fact that you can walk in there and sit here and say that, and then you had another gem, and I did not write that one down, but that other gem that you said after it, girl, yes, yes. And I can't wait to have you on here for us to pick your brain and have you a part of the mama circle and be a part of this, because at the end of the day, girl, they're overlooking you. Why? Don't know. That's your business. That's what's happening. But there's no way, because you've been given promos. The fact that the audience was behind you, the fact that you had that pop behind, like, you're not supposed to be somebody who just brings somebody up. You are supposed to be up there and elevate yourself. And I'm not going to lie, I felt like when she said something, and it was about, that's when you said that I am not good enough. People are telling me I'm not good enough. I felt that in my spirit, and I felt like that was something that someone was actually truthfully telling you, and you were saying it from the bottom of your heart, because I felt your voice shake. I heard that, homie. I understand. We understand. But I understand because we don't understand why you're not in the chat, why you don't have a championship, why they haven't handed you a championship, because you are so well more deserving to have it. So I'm not sure if someone in the back is telling you not good enough. Y'all need to stop that, because you want to know something? She's amazing.
She is.
Amazing. Great caliber. That promo, if that didn't do anything, it should have shut up all the haters, but it's not, because the haters are always going to hate, my love. You just got to keep showing and proving, and don't shrink yourself to make anybody feel better, especially not no Blake Moreau. All right, I'm done. I digress.
Fuck all that. All of it. All right, then. I mean, we don't have to wrap things up because it's a whole hour and we weren't supposed to be here this long. But there's exciting stuff coming. Oh, yeah. Momentary. Okay. I'm sorry, we gotta wrap this up because you know how it is. We
Yes,
be
you
getting
gotta
into
move.
things,
Yes,
and
yes.
I got
I'm
things to
sorry.
get.
I got it.
So
I'm so sorry. That was passion. I had
there's
to get
no
that out. I'm
apologies
sorry.
necessary. Zero apologies. Stop apologizing. That's my first lesson for you. I appreciate this energy. I appreciate the cutting in. I love the perspective. Step into that. Okay? Bring that every time. I love it. I don't know what to say about Shiloh Hill. I don't know what to say about Tony D'Angelo going to jail. It's just a lot going on at NXT. But as we wrap things up, SmackDown is today. I'm super excited to see this fatal 4-way that is coming on Saturday night main event. And actually, I didn't expect Saturday main event to even be happening because Royal Rumble feels like it's like 2 seconds from now. So it's a little bit like jarring to know that we get to do the speed round right now. But let's get to it because tick. Okay?
Mhm.
We're gonna have to get to it.
One quick thing.
Go.
One quick thing.
Go.
Ricky, you sounded so much better on commentary, not complaining.
Yes. All right. So
Yep,
thank you
speed
for not
round. Let's do
complaining.
it.
Ding ding goes a bell, it's the speed round thrill. Who's gonna rise? Who's taking the spill? We're calling the shots, no time to chill. This is the moment to flex their skill. Who's got the bell? Who's hitting the mat? Who's taking the L? Who's got to come back? Main event mamas with spitting predictions. Fast like a jab, no need for revisions. Pick 'em quick, call a move, lay the mission. Main event mamas is a wrestling tradition. Choke hold tight or a suplex flight. Cage match chaos or a ladder fight. Tag team dreams or a solo mic. We're throwing the dice on the spotlight. Main event mamas with spitting predictions. Fast like a jab, no need for revisions. Pick 'em quick, call a move, lay the mission. Main event mamas is a wrestling tradition.
Speed round. Let's talk Saturday night main event. There's 4 matches. Let's get to it. The quicker the better. You know how this goes. And Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton versus Trick Williams versus Damian Priest is the fatal 4-way with the winner facing Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Who you got?
Randy.
Yes, I'm going with Randy too because I feel like we're headed for some Trick, maybe Damian fun. I don't know. But I feel that Randy should be next up, okay, for Drew. And I can't wait to run that back because, woo, those two are
Because they
great.
got beef. They got beef. Mm-hmm.
They don't even need help. Like, we already know. We already know. And Randy said he ain't going to be pulling no punches when he's ready. So I'm ready. All right, we got Cody versus Jacob. It's a grudge match. What you got?
I'm going to say
Who you got?
Jacob, but somebody's going to interfere.
Listen, I would like to tell you, Cody, I feel like you did this to Jacob. I feel like Jacob is picking the wrong person when he went after Drew. Like, I believe Drew will tell us if he did this. So I feel as though there's definitely something here. So I feel like maybe Cody attacked Jacob for all we know. And Jacob doesn't remember yet, but maybe he will. Maybe Cody will admit it, and this will be our continued road to the descent of madness that I've been calling for. I'm ready. Let's get it. All right. Women's tag team title match. We got Rhea and Io versus Liv and Roxanne. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Rhea and Io.
Yeah, I get to see shenanigans afoot. Shenanigans afooting. There will be some disqualification, somebody coming out. Maybe it'll be Lash and Nia. Maybe it'll be the Kabuki Warriors. Maybe it'll be Bailey and Lyra. I feel like shenanigans are afoot. But also, if the title changes hands, I don't care either. Like, I'm kind of good with that too. I like when titles move. So, but I definitely don't think they're moving this time. All right, and then we got Jade versus Jordan for the women's championship match. The first time in 80 days that's been defended. So 80 plus.
I'm going to say Jade.
It ain't going nowhere. Jade is that bitch. Period. So
And Jade, we want
yeah.
you on here too. I actually want to talk to you. Sorry.
Yeah. We
Shoot,
do. We
my
want to
shot.
talk to you. Yeah, we want to talk to you too. I'm excited. We got so many more things planned for 2026. I think that there's so much more coming, and we're excited to be here with that with you guys. And so we want to remind you to follow our journey. You got to follow and subscribe on all of our platforms. You got to make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening to us right now or watching us, whatever's more convenient for you. Want to make sure we're there for you in your time of need. And you can also follow us on social media. Where can they follow us, Tanesha?
Well, you can follow us individually, me, Tanesha_Mama Pod, on TikTok and Instagram. You can follow Kiara at Kiara Mama Pod, no underscore, no spaces. You're on TikTok now. Is that TikTok the same thing? TikTok,
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter or X. You can find her as Content Vixen. Okay. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Audible, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Pocket Podcasts.
Yes. You can also join our communities. You can join our Patreon, which we talked about a little bit earlier. That's where you get the latest tea. You get some behind the scenes videos. You can send us messages. You can send us comments, and we do answer. You can also join our Facebook squad, where you might get our commentary on the latest show, because there's so much happening that, I mean, it's pretty much my love letter to you guys each week, talking about what we did or did not like. And when our latest shows are coming, and keeping track of us in general. I will like to tell you that's more of my personal approach there. So you can join our little squad and become part of the Mama Squad there. And with that, we want to say we're not new to this.
We're so true to this. And this was Main Event Mamas.
See you next week.
Bye.
The Main Event Mamas bringing the heat. Talking life, love, and the wrestling beat.